some simple rules today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. I'm a couple days out of sequence with the actual date, but one of my buddies, I remember about a week ago, sent me this one. He said, this is one for you. So reading the quote by Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor: in your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. Yikes. So, there are some of us that have passions, and mine happens to be business. Simple is rarely easy, as Ryan Holiday points out. But now that you have these rules, make it your duty to put them into practice. With the first item on your to-do list, with the first conversation you have with your soul, and of course, with the life you've made for yourself. Not just today, but every day. Write that on a blackboard, whiteboard, blood wallpaper, notebook, journal, wherever, so you don't forget it. In your actions, don't procrastinate. What this means is make decisive action. So in Stoicism, courage and fortitude are the cardinal virtues, one of the cardinal virtues of Stoicism. So when we're going to do something in life, whether it's a new business opportunity, new degree, new experience, whatever, if it's new, typically there's a fear of the unknown. So there's something that holds us back. Courage, the essence of bravery. Stoicism teaches that true courage lies in facing life's challenges head on, seeing them not as obstacles, but as opportunities. Seneca believed that our capacity for bravery is tested during the hardest of hardships, urging us to confront adversity with resilience. So when we talk about not procrastinating, we are talking about taking action. That is what courage is. It is walking in the face of fear. It is running into a burning building when everyone else is running out. It is running towards dangerous men when everyone else is running away. In your conversations, don't confuse. This is why I'm a firm believer in direct and open communication. Here's what that looks like. I'm going to use my daughter, for example, right? Because we just had a falling out. And so this is something that's testing my inner stoicism. In her emotional tirade over the weekend, screaming at me up and down the road of Woodstock, New York, one of her passion points was that in my home, which she now lives in, she says it's frustrating to hear me have sex with my slave. And it's frustrating if she sees nudity. But here's what communication looks like. When she didn't have a place to live, and we were talking about her living with me, I said, listen, you have to understand that I am 100% 24/7 in the lifestyle, which means there's St. Andrew's crosses in my living room. There's a spanking bench in my living room. We are a high protocol home. My slave walks around nude. She greets me. She sits on the floor. I walk around nude most of the time. I have sex anywhere in my house I want. Why? Because it's my fucking house. It's my fucking life. So when I made all this abundantly clear to her, and even giving her the courtesy of heads up if I have special events, That's what communication looks like. See, what happens is people will hear that And they say, oh, I can change this, or that's not what my perception is going to be, or, oh, I can go in and change this, or whatever it may be. But no. See, again, if that's your problem, you were told about that and you consented to that environment. That's communication. There's no confusion there. Hey, there's nudity in my house. There is sex that happens in my house. It is a BDSM, high protocol home. We don't hide. It's on all my websites. I am as open as someone can possibly be. But then that's a problem. See, that's where someone who doesn't listen and doesn't know how to communicate. You were told exactly what the environment is. You consented to that environment. You moved in. You stay. That's voluntarily, you put yourself there. Now it's my problem because you're uncomfortable. No, that's your problem because you're uncomfortable. In your thoughts, don't wander. Life will knock you around. You will get spun around. You will get punched in the face. You will get knocked against the ropes. You will be disoriented. You will be confused. So I'm going to ask you this. What is your navigational beacon? What do you look out for in the distance, in the fog, in the darkness, so that you have a direction to keep moving in? For me, it's my life plan. It is written. And from that, I execute weekly and daily in my disciplines. My thoughts can't wander because I'm super hyper focused on the direction and course of my life and the commitments that I made. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. You're gonna have to say I'm failing right now at this. So for me to comment would be disingenuous. But also through this is me identifying where there's more work to do. And lastly, in your life, don't be all about business. I love ideas. I love having intellectual, deep conversation. One of those topics is business. Why? Because I believe that is the freedom to prosperity. There's no greater gift on this planet than being able to set your own course, chart your own journey, and be the captain of your own ship, whatever that looks like. Such a blessing. No other time in history do people have the ability to be as free as we do right now, even with all the regulations and whatnot. I can go decide to be whatever I want to be tomorrow. Remember, there used to be a caste system and class system, and trades, and you couldn't move around. And if you were this, you were that. That's what it was. It's not that way anymore. The world is an opportunity. This is a good one. Some simple rules. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. And in your life, do not be all about business. And on that, it's time for me to go conduct some business.